Yeah.
Blank
Yeah,
Beats
yeah, yeah.
Production.
Hey, yeah. I ain't never been a motherfucking fucking bitch. I don't wanna talk, I'm just trying to stay lit. I'm trying to get a grip, why you gotta throw a fit? You can suck up on a dick for a fucking outfit. Why you gotta be a bitch? I ain't gonna buy you shit. We can light up like a bic, we can drink until we sick. I could die at 26, but I ain't gonna switch. I just woke up in a ditch, I just woke up in a, yeah. Let me go crazy, let me go hard. Ta, you fucking retard. Christy so high, she be chillin' in the stars. I don't need air, I be smoking no cigars. I be chillin' at these bars. I should never drive a car, cause I'm drinking fucking hard, man. I'm drinking fucking hard. This is my podcast, welcome to the show. Come and have a drink, ain't nobody gotta know. Yeah. Alcoholics Anonymous. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to Alcoholics Anonymous. How you doing, Christy?
Hello. Hi.
How you been this week?
This week has been pretty shitty, I'm not gonna lie.
Why has it been so shitty?
Well, I went on a perfect vacation with the family, came home with the most terrible sickness. And
Was it really perfect though? Because I asked you how you were doing, and you said
no, it's actually
that
been
you
shit.
couldn't wait to come home. Yeah, so it wasn't that perfect, was it?
No, at least when I came home, because like when I was there, I just wanted to like go to Whataburger, go shopping the entire time.
And you didn't do those things?
No. Well, I
Okay.
actually did. I didn't hang out with the family. That was the point, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I'm sorry you got some family issues right now. Okay, like,
Anyway.
was it worse? Would you say it was worse than our last beach trip that we took,
First
when
of
we
all,
were all
our
together?
beach trip I thought was so much fun. I can literally do that like for the entire time. I could live there with all of y'all.
That beach
It's
trip
perfectly
is the
fine.
reason why we have this podcast now, by the way.
That's where it started.
Yeah,
I remember
it's
sitting there
super
for like
exciting.
almost 3 hours, just literally talking. I just decided to fucking record it because it was just so fucking funny. Y'all being drunk as fuck.
Yeah.
You're being Lance's
Uh,
therapy.
for anyone who's listening who doesn't know, me and my buddy, we got hammered and we had a hypothetical conversation that I was his therapist and
It was almost a role
he was
play.
my he was my patient, and we just went on for like 2 or 3 hours, and people just started eventually recording it, and anyway, it was the best. I rewatch that every once in a while. I have a recent one that him and I did. He didn't know I was recording him though. Yeah.
Sorry, I just covered up my camera. I was turning up my volume.
Oh, you're fine. You're good. Um, yeah, no, you know what? This is gonna tell you how great my week's been. I am drinking on a work night, no food, just beer, and don't plan on stopping until about 12 o'clock tonight. So
I don't plan on stopping until I go to bed, which will probably be 3 or 4 a.m. So
well, do you have fucking work tomorrow, dude?
I don't work anymore. I might be getting
Fucking
a new job.
bastard. You might be. So you quit working and you may be getting a new job.
I still have the job for myself. They put me on LOA.
Yeah, someone just explained that to me. It was C
Oh.
explained that to me what LOA is, and it's like a 3 week, like you just work, right, for 3 weeks, or you don't work at all.
It can honestly be longer than 3 weeks, but you don't work at all. You still have a guaranteed job there, but it's just like you're kind of busy, or there's been an emergency, or college, or something.
Yeah. Hey, what's the best life advice you ever got from someone, and like a short phrase, if you could?
From anybody?
Yeah.
I take my own advice, to be honest with you. I don't know where I got it from. But
Just one phrase. Yeah, tell me something that.
if it's something that small, why does it matter? Why do you give a shit?
That's a good one. I think the best life advice I ever got in my entire life was from my older brother. I had recently really fucked up at a job. I was 19 years old, and it was the end of the day. I was working kind of like construction, and a bunch of people in the car basically said, "Hey, let's go grab a beer." And I wasn't old enough to drink at the time, obviously, and you know, we all get in the car and they're like, "Hey, I got you a beer anyway." And they handed me a beer. I opened it, and we're not on public roads, like we're on construction sites, and it takes like 30 minutes from each construction site. And one of the supervisors, when we parked, one of the supervisors saw me, and they go, "Is that a beer?" And I was like, "No, what beer? What are you talking about? I don't have a beer." And he goes, "What the fuck is that?" And he looks in the car, like under my like legs, and he's like, "That's a beer." And I had already put my 2 weeks in, and but I felt really bad, and it was like one of my all-time lows. And my older brother pulled me aside and goes, "Hey, fuck them, fuck it, fuck them." He's like, "It doesn't matter. What's gonna happen to you? You're fine." And I think that was probably like something that my favorite advice now, because like when something kind of like the same thing as yours, like if it's not that big of a deal, like if I was already quitting the next day, it was my last day, and I'm not going to get in trouble legally, fuck them. Like, don't worry about it. It's a little thing. It's really not a big deal. And so I think that's you and I's ours kind of line up a little bit, because it's just like, fuck them. Like, who gives a fuck? Fuck the little things in life. If you're going to worry about little things, then like, who gives a fuck, you know? So
Yeah, and I go by that like every single day. I live by.
I try to.
My own opinion.
I try to go by that every day, but I don't.
I used to be a people pleaser. Now
I am a people pleaser.
I used to be. I'm more about like I'm gonna please myself. I'm not gonna get into a situation just because my friend.
That is so dirty. You're gonna please yourself. Fucking shit.
Okay, no, but let's say like this actually happened one time. Was kind of recent. One of my friends got the cops called on their apartment. You might know who they might be. And I was just hanging out there with one of my friends.
Ooh, is this our mutual friend, right?
This is our mutual friend, yes.
Yeah.
I was there with another one of our friends, or my friend, and it was his first time, like, ever coming to one of her parties. And so we were just chilling, looking at yearbooks and everything, and then the cops come. We had no idea what was happening, so we saw what was going on outside, and turns out it was a fight. And we're like, oh shit, she's kind of fucked up. Like, she's the one gonna get in trouble for this. But
your friend or our mutual friend?
Our mutual friend.
Oh, she was fucked up?
Yeah, multiple things too. And
are we talking about green? Are we talking white? What are we talking about here?
We're talking about drinks, the green, and then the guy that showed up that we had no idea he was coming was bringing the white. And we had no idea.
He was bringing that dirty white bitch, huh?
Yeah, and we didn't invite him. We didn't know that he was even coming. We had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
But apparently he showed up because someone else invited him. And the cops came because he started arguing with one of her neighbors. So in this situation, I was like, she's fucked up. I wish I can help her. But I'm getting the fuck out of here. This is for my sake. Like, I'm not going to get fucked up because something else happened. So
yeah.
I fucking left.
If you're ever at that apartment, by the way, and if you ever need a safe haven, come over to my apartment in Ohio, and I'll take care of you for sure. My wife and I will take care of you.
No, but we just went to go get food afterwards. I made sure I told her family like what was happening, like her good side of the family that doesn't cheat her out, but.
Well, her sister hit me up the next day and was like all worried about her.
Oh yeah, I was talking to her brother that night because I grabbed him from work. I said, "You need to leave now. This is."
Is this the brother that Is this the brother that got out of rehab and I made him drinks?
The taller one, the taller one.
The one with the beard.
Yes.
So if anyone doesn't know, this person that we're talking about, her brother just got out of rehab for methamphetamine, and I didn't know this, but I started making him drinks, and I got him like very intoxicated. And then I later found out it was his first day out of rehab, and I felt like a piece of shit afterwards. And I felt so bad because I respect sobriety so much because it's so hard to obtain. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's like what happened my last week since I was watching my nephews. I couldn't.
You got your nephews fucked up?
Drink. No.
Oh, I thought like one of your nephews were like got out of rehab, and you're like, I got them all fucked up or something. Because you said that's what happens to your nephew. Oh,
they're young.
Hey, it doesn't matter.
I'm saying I was watching them for like the entire time I was at
Listen,
the beach.
I got a 3-year-old nephew. No, I have a 2-year-old nephew, and I don't care about getting him fucked up. I mean, he's my buddy.
No,
He's my
no,
little
no,
buddy.
no, 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 no. But
Hey,
I
hey,
couldn't
hey,
drink the
he has a
entire
fresh
time.
liver, ma'am. He's got a fresh liver. He'll be
I'm
fine.
jealous. I'll take his liver. I wish I've been having some complications here for a while. Oh
What do you
my
mean
gosh.
complications?
The night I left, before I left for the beach, I had an asthma attack. My first asthma attack since I was probably like 2 or 3 years old.
You need to lay off that fucking meth pipe, is what it is.
No, but I was like going to bed, I couldn't breathe, and I was so curious why, because I knew when I was born I had like holes in my lungs and I was in the ICU and everything. But
Yeah.
I didn't think I still had those issues. I knew I had asthma. But I had an asthma attack the day before I was supposed to go to the beach. I couldn't drive there if I was going to freak out. I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. And
Yeah.
then, come to find out, like, it was that, and I went to the beach trip. This apartment that we stayed in had so much mold and, like, beach water, like, everywhere. It was so close to the beach. I feel like they had never cleaned it or anything. It made me so sick that, like, it did not help my lungs at all. And when I got back, I was coughing like crazy. I'm still kind of a little sick. I took a lot of medicine.
Yeah. That's I didn't know you had asthma. Like, I really didn't.
No, but, like, it's not, like, serious. I don't need an inhaler necessarily. It's just, like, not a big case of it. But I haven't drank that entire week. I didn't really vape or smoke. I didn't do anything. I was sober for an entire week, and that was shit.
I'm about to go for a month. I need to reset my liver a little bit because I've been going hard, like
I feel
harder
like-
than you can imagine lately.
Harder than I can imagine. I've been blacking out the entire last week.
Oh shit! And I
Every
probably
night.
haven't helped that situation at all.
No, I don't remember any of those. We were talking about that one in our last time we recorded.
Well, like, let's touch up on that because that last one didn't ever. It's never gonna air. I pretty much deleted it because it was so fucked up. The audio was so fucked up. But
It was a practice.
basically, you came over to my apartment. I cooked you and Jay dinner, and we ended up having wine. We made old fashions. Like, we were going pretty hard. And then at some point, we went outside, started smoking cigarettes, and then you blacked out. You don't remember anything. Like,
I don't
it's
remember
pretty.
anything after.
Well, like if,
would
before anyone
back-
judges me, how much did you have to drink before you came to my apartment? Let's start there.
If I can remember from the last time I talked about this, I finished a bottle of vodka. I finished like half a bottle of the sweet red wine that me and Chelsea were sharing. And that was like throughout the day. I've been drinking since about 12 o'clock.
It's so bad.
I had a few
It's
beers.
so
But
bad.
I wasn't
Stop.
like tipsy. I wasn't like tipsy at all like when I got to your place.
You were like leveled. You were leveled out, probably a
I
little
was
like just
I
out
had
of
a few
it.
drinks. I was calming down from my buzz and everything. But then I had a few beers at your place. I had an old fashioned that I never really
Oh,
finished.
look at me! Look at me real quick.
Maybe. Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I did. And we were chilling on your balcony. We were just talking. Me and Jay and you.
Oh, before you continue, you realize that you had 3 old fashions in my apartment, not one. No, you didn't.
I did not have
almost
3.
nothing. Yes, you did. You almost. You didn't finish your like 4th one. That's what it was. That's like you did have 3 old fashions with dinner, and I made you a badass steak and some potatoes and shit.
That was
But
really
like, no,
fucking
you had 3 old fashions. I'm not
Anyways,
joking.
Apparently, between the story you told me and then whatever that happened, I remember leaving. I was the one driving, and then Jay had his own car. We went back to my friend's house, my friend's apartment, and I gave her the leftovers of my food that you made, and then she enjoyed it so much. And then I remember, I think I grabbed the box, I petted my dog, and I went back to my apartment. But like I didn't remember any of that until the next morning. The next morning, I woke up.
By the way, so no one thinks I'm a piece of shit. You told me you were staying at her apartment, and where she lives.
I did say
Well,
that, but I
right
didn't
there.
remember saying that. I just thought to myself.
You
that
lied
I
because
didn't
I was like,
didn't
"You're not
lie.
going to drive the way you
I forgot.
are." No. You deceived me.
It was blacked out drunk. I forgot
Oh.
I even told you that. I was going to.
Do you remember me and Jay
didn't
fighting
remember I
over
was
the
going
wine bottle? Or no, you
I
quite
don't
a
remember
you try to
it, but
quit.
you did tell me.
So like me and
You were
Jay,
some
like you were
sneaky
like
bitch.
you were like no more wine, and I was like yeah, I'm not gonna give him any more. Like he's had enough, and you turned around to get some ice for like I think water, and then I like feel like I mean it was his wine glass was like maybe like a quarter done, and we said we were gonna leave right after that wine glass. And then, like, you turned around, and I filled that bitch until it was overflowing.
You kept
and then you
it. And then one
and
time
then you turned around. You turned around, and I go. You go. Did you give him more wine? I'm like, no. I just added a little more because the ice and the wine kind of diluted it. By the way, there wasn't any ice either. But I was like, the ice and the wine diluted it, so I just needed to add a little more flavor for him. And you go, oh, that makes so much sense. And I'm like, this bitch is drunk. I was so concerned for you, and I was like, you're not driving home, and you're like, no, I'm gonna go to C's apartment, and I'm gonna sleep there, I promise. And I was like, okay, and that's the only
forgot I
reason why I let
promised
you did promise that.
And
then I was like,
forgot that I
okay.
even said that. I forgot I was even going to.
And
I just-
but what makes it worse is I told Jay, I was like, listen, motherfucker, make sure she goes over there and she sleeps there tonight. He's like, no problem, bro. And he must have been blackout drunk as well, because I mean, he didn't hold that.
Yeah, no.
And then y'all both just drove on your merry way home.
We got home and I went straight to sleep. I didn't do anything. I just went straight to sleep, and I woke up in the morning and he wasn't even there. I was like, where the fuck did he go? Didn't he come home? And then I was like, where's my car? I looked out the window. I was like, okay, I parked it. I did a pretty good job too.
Oh.
I was like, did I even grab my mics? I looked at my kitchen. The box of mics was on my counter. I was like, okay, I grabbed that shit. But I don't know when or why. All I remember was when I got home, I was stumbling up the stairs, and the next thing I know, I woke up in my bed.
That's so fucked that I let y'all do that. I probably should have just made sure that y'all went to C's apartment. And
Okay, so I have a newer blackout drunk story, a newer one.
oh,
You wanna
hey,
hear it?
dude, yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so I have one video on my memories on my Snapchat, and apparently, so me and everyone went to the lake to celebrate our friend's 21st birthday. And,
I heard about this.
and one of our friends got arrested. I was probably the last person there, probably till like 3 in the morning. And another one of my friends that just recently came down to visit us, she was staying at my apartment, and I completely forgot she was. I thought she was staying at someone else's. So I come home after I was at the lake. I don't remember any of this at all. I just remember I ran up the stairs. She can hear me running up the stairs. And apparently she was there. I don't remember seeing her there on my couch, but I saw her. I remember white lights, and that had to be my lamp or something. And I said, hey, and whatever. And I was talking to her for about like maybe 2 hours. I left my vape with one of the friends, so I was like really sad about it. And she showed me this video, like a ton of videos of me like fucking blacked out drunk. I don't remember a single fucking thing. But
By the way, isn't it so embarrassing when you see a video of yourself all fucked up and you don't remember it? Because
Yes.
you like you're actually genuinely like, wow, that's what I look like, and you're like, it makes you sad, but yet you do it all the time. You know what I mean? Like
Do you
I've
wanna see
seen
the
videos
video?
of myself where, if you send it to me, I mean, I wish I could play it on here. If you sent it to me earlier, I would have played it on the podcast.
well, I can actually like show the camera. You're not gonna be able to hear it that well, but it's just so funny how I looked. Hold on.
I have nothing but Brea. And she gave me her vape because I lost mine. I didn't give it to you. I want it back. She let me loan it. I have nothing but Brea.
Oh, you were fucked. You said she let me loan it.
Yeah,
no,
'cause, like-
no, you were fucked up.
I
No,
thought
no,
she
no.
gave
you
it to me.
No. The correct term would be she loaned it to me, not she let me
She
loan
let
it.
me loan it.
You
No,
were
I was
fucked
fucked.
up.
No, I even fell asleep on her. She was like feeding me the vape or whatever, and I was sitting there
Feeding you the vape.
And, no, I was laying there on top of her, like fucking blacked out, my eyes open and closing, and like about
Yeah.
to fall asleep. But this is how I was hitting it. I was going, and she's like, "You're not getting any of it," and I was like, "What?" And she
Oh,
just
so
got
she kind of
close
helped
to
you
me.
like a baby bottle.
Yeah.
She kind of like
And-
pushed it up
and
to
then,
you.
And
Yeah.
then she pushed it up in my mouth. I was like,
Whew.
it's like, what the fuck? And she's like, you got it? I'm like, mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
And was like,
I had
"Baby."
a
Worst part is,
were you done with that story, or do you have more
I just
to
want
it?
to say one more thing. Worst part
Okay, yeah,
is
go for
the
it.
entire night, I drove home and I walked upstairs and I slept on her for a little bit wearing my bikini. Just my bikini. I was there the entire night, didn't put on a single piece of clothing. I woke up in the morning on my bed in my bikini. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like drenching wet still. And I saw that like my bikini kind of like slipped and everything. I was like, what the fuck? My hair's all messed up. I have mascara on my face, and I was like, you're here on my couch?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you don't remember? I slept here last night. I'm like, I don't remember. How'd you get here? I was like, okay. And she
Oh
showed
my
me the videos.
God.
I'm like, oh my god, no. I didn't even remember you were coming over here. I got blacked out probably around 9 o'clock. 10
Yeah.
o'clock.
Well,
Oh my god.
that's fucked up that you didn't remember any of that. I mean, I recently I didn't black out this weekend, but I was, I had like an all-time drunk peak this weekend. So when we tried this last weekend, when we tried our first episode, that was this last weekend, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We tried our first episode of this with Elle and me and you, and basically I polished off, like I had made a whole bottle of whiskey worth of old fashions, and I thought all three of us were gonna drink them, and I finished the whole bottle by
Yeah, it was
myself
just you.
that night.
I had one, Elle had one, and you drank the rest.
But Elle didn't have one.
Oh no, it was just you. I had one
So
drink.
I sat here, and by the way, I had beers on top of that. So like, I polished off a entire bottle of bourbon for our first episode because you and Elle just had to fucking get high, and y'all's energy was so low. So I was trying to compensate for it, but
I wasn't.
so
not me.
I woke up at 9 o'clock in the morning the next day, and then you and I and some of our friends went to Cibolo Brewing, and after that, some people went shopping. I don't know if you went with them, but I went back home, and I got a ride from my cousin, and I went to the river, and I just kept drinking all day, and I ended up talking to some random bitch, and I was telling her like, I miss my wife. I just want to go home. Like, this has been a bad day, and she was like, "Where's your wife?" And I was like, "Well, she's shopping." And she didn't want to get fucked up today, and I felt like getting fucked up. And anyway, so this bitch starts going, "I'm really concerned about your marriage. I'm really concerned. The fact that your wife isn't here," and she started going off on me. The fact that your wife isn't here with you, and then she started being like, "I'm really concerned. Like, y'all better never get a divorce." And like, yeah, like she's like, "I think your wife's fucking up by not being here." And I was like, I didn't say anything to her because like I'm not an angry drunk, but I got in the car with my cousin, and he drove me home. And he was completely sober because he was looking after me. And I was like, what a fucking bitch to try to give me marriage advice. Like, what a fucking whore. Like, what
Y'all
a
seem,
bitch.
like,
I was
great to
so
me.
mad. And she goes, "Why isn't your wife here?" I was like, well, obviously my wife didn't feel like getting fucked up with me. And like, I just felt like just drinking like hard today. And that's it. Like, and Becca never gets mad at me when I do that. She goes like, "Go have your fun. Like, we don't have kids yet. Like, just don't die." Like, that's her thing, you know? And anyway, so this bitch just gave me so much shit, and whatever. Like, but yeah, that was my last weekend. And then Sunday, I had to deal with the hangover, and then this whole week I've been really good about not drinking. Yeah. So anyway, but now, like, I had a rough day today, and I just felt like having a few drinks and us doing this podcast, you know?
Yeah, of course. But
Yeah.
that's kind of fucked up.
And
has
she
no
was
right
telling
to
me how
tell you
she's
anything.
getting a fucking divorce and shit. I'm like, how are you gonna give me marriage advice when you're the one fucking your marriage up, you fucking
Yes,
cunt?
honestly.
And she had her fucking kids with her, and she's getting all fucked up off White Claws and shit. I'm like, I don't have kids, bitch. Like, don't fucking lecture me, like, you motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't mean to. Like, I'm sure she's a wonderful person, but like, I just, how dare you fucking try to give me advice like that? Oh, and then get this. I come to work on Monday, and my aunt goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "How are you and your wife?" And I was like, we're good. You're not getting a divorce, right? I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Okay, because I had a feeling like y'all were having troubles and you're getting a divorce." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we're actually doing like better than ever right now. Like, I don't know why everyone's just trying to put their input in my fucking marriage, but it is what it is, you know? Sorry, I kind of went on a rant there, but I had to get that off my chest because I was fucking mad.
That's just kind of weird too. How
Yeah,
they-
it was fucking weird. How are you? How are you liking your whiskey right now?
It's pretty good. I've drinking half of it so far. I have a beer too.
Careful. That's a. Believe it or not, like it might be only like a water bottle, like half a water bottle, or like 3/4. But that's a whole pint of whiskey. So be
I
very
got-
careful with it.
If that's a pint of whiskey, I also have a pint of rum in this one, and then I also
Oh.
still have a half of. No, I have like maybe a quarter of rum left in the bottle. I meant to take
I
the rum with
don't-
me to the beach, and I never drank it.
Hey, what alcohols are like your no, like you can't touch?
Tequila. Hate tequila though.
Tequila, really?
Yeah, I love vodka. That's one you probably shouldn't give me, but
Well, I mean, you and I, like, when we get this podcast and we, like, get it down to a T, we are going to have, I was thinking about doing, I don't know if I told you this idea, about doing seasons. So, like, maybe we have 20 episodes in one season, and then we could call the first season, like, the vodka season, because I have this cocktail book that C gave me, and we can, every episode, make a vodka cocktail. And then, like, after 20 episodes, we move on to the whiskey season, and we make whiskey
Ooh.
cocktails. Isn't that a good
Excited for
idea?
whiskey cocktails. Yes. Definitely vodka.
And then we
is
can
one of
always
my
we can always
favorites.
go back to whiskey cocktail part 2, part 3. I mean, as many seasons as we want, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, that was an idea I had, but I mean, obviously, we gotta discuss more of it. Did you hear about that crazy shit that China's doing right now?
No.
So, like, apparently, China, they just made this monkey and / human embryo that they're trying to breed in a
Wait.
lab.
Yes, I've seen those.
Have you seen those? It's a brand new. They just made it legal in China to do that kind of research. It's illegal in the U.S. and a lot of other countries, but China is
Are
they
trying
they
to
successfully.
evolve a monkey?
No, they made, like, so you know, the egg of a monkey, and, like, I guess, like, I wouldn't say the sperm, like, they made an egg and 2 eggs came together. I don't know what embryos are. Can you explain that to me? Do you know?
I'm assuming it's when the sperm and the egg create an embryo that creates a baby.
Okay, so the embryo is when the sperm and the egg are together.
I believe so. When they have
Okay, so
fertilized
they
and became-
successfully made a monkey embryo with a human sperm, like, egg. Like, they made
basically-
that.
They made a monkey pregnant off of a human sperm.
Well, but it's in, like, a test tube. Like, they're growing it in, like,
Oh,
a
so
lab.
they're
I don't know if it's in a
growing
monkey.
A
It
half
has to be in a monkey
half
because they
human-
couldn't do that to a human.
No,
It's like a
no,
half
no.
monkey, half human thing, and apparently they successfully did it in China. And then, like, now it's raising all these ethical questions, like, when that animal becomes alive, like, do we give it, like, human rights, or do we treat it like a fucking animal, like, in the
We
lab
are
rat,
creating
like in a,
Planet of the Apes right now.
I know, like, it's like, can this thing end up talking? And if so, if it can end up talking, do we even give it the rights of a human just because they were made in a
No.
lab? You know what I mean? But, like, you get what I'm saying? But, like, how fucked up is it if it's more human than monkey, and they can talk and they have the abilities of a human? Like, how fucked up would that be? But then
That is
it's
so
then again,
much to
like,
think about.
but then again, you don't want it like Planet of the Apes, like you said, where they end up taking over. They have the strength of a monkey and the mind of a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's crazy. Why do we
I'm
gotta
more
go
convinced.
do this shit? This is how, like,
I don't know.
AIDS shit.
And the thing is, it's been illegal to do this type of research for the longest time in China. China's been fucking the whole world up. They literally fucked the entire world up with COVID. Like, fuck China, dude. But, like, so basically, I've never been more convinced that these are the end times, like, biblically speaking. You know what I mean?
No, yeah. Of course, it's like, these are the end times. Like, it's literally said in words, have been there for years. Point by point, this is all gonna happen. And it's been happening.
Yeah. I wonder if I should just kill myself and just maybe that'll make everything better.
No, I think you should fulfill your purpose.
Oh, come on. My
and-
wife will get my insurance policy. My family's not going to miss me. I'll be
no,
fucking
not
fine.
yet. It has to be an accident, you know?
Oh, can you make it look like an accident?
Can I make it look like an accident? No,
Yeah.
because no.
Listen,
mm-mm.
I will take my 50 of my prescribed Xanax, and then I will down it with a fucking bottle of booze, and no one's gonna know what happened to me.
You
I'll be
know,
okay.
Well, here's the thing: if you happen to live, they're going to claim that as an attempt of suicide, and you will be charged for it and go to jail.
What do you mean?
Suicide is
Wait,
illegal.
what? Yeah, but I want to make sure I take care of the job. I'll be good.
Well, if you somehow happen to survive and someone takes you to the hospital and they extract those drugs, they will turn it into an attempt of suicide and then put you in jail. And then
My
you're
neighbor
gonna have
did
to
it
try
to me.
it over
It
again.
wasn't me.
You're gonna have
Nope,
to
my
try to
neighbor
do
who
it
hit
again.
my next door neighbor who hit my wife's car didn't want to pay us anymore, and he just
Well,
thought
then
he
they're
would
gonna
off
start.
me.
Then they're gonna think you're acting crazy. Because no one else knows that
What do you
story.
mean?
No one else knows.
I've told everybody. I've told everybody at work and my wife.
No, I mean about. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go, and I'll just blame
Yeah.
him.
How about you
And
do
then-
it and I don't get involved? How about that?
Listen, I mean, I need your help. My wife's not going to help
This
me.
is-
She'll
this
probably
is
try to put me in a
recording, and
mental
I-
institute.
Listen, allegedly, I could do it.
Listen, you're Christy from Ohio. You're not Christy from Bernie, Texas 78006.
Stop.
No, guys, I'm kidding. We're not in Bernie, Texas 78006. We are from Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, to be
Do you know
exact.
the zip
and,
code of that one? Do you know the zip code?
Yeah,
of where
it's
we live?
78532.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you and I met at fucking Walmart, dude. Why are you tripping?
Walmart.
Yeah, there's not much out there in Dayton.
I didn't meet you at a Walmart.
We run into Chappelle all the time as well. Like, I mean, he's fucking chilling out there. Dave Chappelle lives out there in Dayton, Ohio. I've run into him several times. He invited me to his ranch. Him and I hang out. We're homies.
Your buddies.
Yeah, for sure. We're buddies.
Hey, I'm feeling,
Hey,
I'm
have
feeling
you-
the tipsy right now.
Are you? That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you hear that they're having issues waking Biden up in the morning? They're like, sir, we're having some issues with the press. We need your take on this. And
He's
he's
sitting there with
like,
his mouth wide open, and just like,
fucking
Ugh.
snoring, drooling everywhere.
He
His
looks
wife's like,
dead.
babe, time to get up. Yeah, he looks fucking dead. I probably got to give him amphetamines just to wake up. He's probably on his deathbed. No, and like he can barely put a fucking sentence together. And then,
point right
now,
there.
did you see that shit where he was walking up the Air Force One and he tried to run and he fell and hit his head?
Did
and then
you
he
know?
like, he,
Did you
What's
know
up?
that was staged?
oh no, it wasn't.
That wasn't a real airplane.
So he fell and hit his head on purpose?
No, like that was on accident, but like the plane was a staged airplane. That wasn't his actual plane he was going into.
Oh no way!
It's like half of one to show them like, hey, we're leaving.
I laughed so fucking hard. I was like, this motherfucker doesn't even know. Doesn't even
What is
know
it? Dementia?
like
Is
how
it
to.
dementia?
Well, like apparently he's had several brain surgeries, like very serious brain surgeries.
He might
and, like,
need some more.
I mean, no, like that's why his brain's so fucked up is that he's had several brain surgeries. I mean, he's fucked. Like we literally like. I'm sorry, I'm not like I wasn't the biggest Trump supporter. I mean, I do like his policies a little more than Biden's, but I'll take Trump over fucking Biden any day because I mean, Biden doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Look at this shit. So, this is the presidential campaign, like what just happened earlier, like
Uh-huh.
this week. See the desk he's
Yeah.
on? That is Trump, literally with the same presidential symbol as Biden right there. But that technically says that Trump is still president because he's allowed to use.
What? Are you on drugs?
No, I'm tipsy. But oh my god, there's so much of
Well,
this
alcohol's
shit.
a drug.
It's a depressant.
No, but yes, it is. But
Yes.
you know when people when you know they say that a drug is a depressant or something like that, people think it just means it makes you depressed. But did you know that when people say that alcohol is a depressant, what it does is your nerves in your body, it calms them down. It depresses the
I guess
nerves
so.
and it makes them
so does
calm.
drugs. Yeah.
Yes, like Xanax and alcohol are very similar. So like, yes, it's a depressant, but people just think, oh, that makes you depressed. But no, like it actually affects your chemistry in your body. It's not just, oh, it makes you sad and shit.
Did you know that fluoride causes more human cancer death and it causes faster than any other chemical?
Did you know that fluoride? You said fluoride, right?
Fluoride.
They found in the water systems in the ghettos, like very poor neighborhoods, have like 50% more fluoride in their water than in other neighborhoods, like rich people neighborhoods. And so there's a conspiracy saying that the government puts fluoride in the fucking water to oppress those people, because not only does fluoride give cancer, but it also damages the brain over time, and meaning they stay, like less intelligent, and they're affected from a young age and shit. So like, yes, I know, I've looked into fluoride before. It's very shocking, and
My family
apparently
does not trust any type of water. We have to like find the perfect kind of filter and everything.
y'all, you know what?
It's
y'all
crazy.
Fiji drinking motherfuckers.
I couldn't care less.
Fuck
You see
y'all.
this shit? This is my type of
Fuck
Aquafina.
off.
This is my Aquafina. See that
Oh,
color?
fuck off.
See that
Fuck
color?
off.
No. See the
Yeah.
color? That's my type of water.
Do you know what's in there actually? Fucking Evan Williams, bitch. Okay, so calm the fuck down. You don't know
That says
shit.
the pure,
Okay,
perfect taste. I don't care about that. Like, that's your bottle.
I gave it to you though, and I only gave it to you so that the bottle that I bought.
I don't even like
Never mind,
water.
I'm not gonna fucking go into this. Hey, I have to open another beer and also urinate. So why don't you just talk to yourself? If you need to talk shit about me because you're a fucking bitch, then you can do that. I'll be right back though. Okay?
Man, fuck Jake. He's so annoying.
I can still hear you, bitch.
No, you can't.
I can't too.
You cannot. Okay, well. I guess we're gonna talk to ourselves while he's listening. Huh. I'm making tea right now. I'm gonna go fucking do that. So while we're at it, I'm gonna take a break too.
She gone. Apparently she was gonna make tea. God, I fucking hate her so much. Like, I don't even know why I fucking chose her to be a part of this podcast. Like, she's just a bitch. What a cunt. What a cunt. Like, I mean, I can just go on about how she shouldn't exist. She shouldn't even be a part of this podcast. Like, she's basically that ugly chick who tried to get a prom date and couldn't, and it's last second, and I finally ask her, like, hey, would you like to go to the prom date, go to the prom with me? And she says yes, just because I need a date, because my friends all have one. But she's that ugly bitch that was like bottom of the barrel pick, Like, I don't know what the fuck is her problem, but that's who she is to me, guys. So I barely know her. God. I should probably just do this fucking podcast by myself. What the fuck? What a cunt. Well, guys, while we're waiting for her, let's go ahead and play this intro. Yeah.
Blank
Yeah,
Beats
yeah, yeah.
Production.
Hey, yeah. I ain't never been a motherfucking fucking bitch. I don't wanna talk, I'm just trying to stay lit. I'm trying to get a grip, why you gotta throw a fit? You can suck up for the dick, for a fucking outfit. Why you gotta be a bitch? I ain't gonna buy your shit. We can light up like a big, we can drink until we sick. I could die at 26, but I ain't gonna switch. I just woke up in a ditch, I just woke up in a, yeah. Let me go crazy, let me go crazy, let me go hard. You fucking retard, Christy so hard, she be chillin' in the store. I don't need air, I be smoking no cigars, I be chillin' in be smoking on cigars, I be chilling as I'm drinking fucking hard, man, I'm drinking fucking hard. This is my podcast, welcome to the show. Come and have a drink, ain't nobody gotta know, yeah, yeah.
Ain't nobody gotta
Alcoholics
know,
Anonymous.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alcoholics Anonymous.
Welcome.
Welcome. I'd rather listen to that than her fucking voice all day.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Blank
Yeah.
Beats Production.
Hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't never been a motherfucker.
I ain't never been a motherfucker.
I don't wanna
bitch.
talk, I'm
I
just
don't wanna
tryna
talk.
stay
I'm
lit.
just trying to
I'm
stay
tryna get a
lit.
grip,
I'm
why
trying
you
to get a
gotta
grip.
throw
Why
a
you
fit?
gotta
You
throw a
suck up on
fit?
a
You
dick
can
for a
suck up on a
fucking
dick
outfit.
for a
Why you
fucking
gotta be a
outfit. Why you
bitch?
gotta
You
be a
ain't gonna
bitch? I ain't gonna bite shit. We can light up like a bitch. We can drink until we sick. I could die. I ain't gonna switch, but I ain't gonna switch. I just woke up in a ditch. I just woke
Let
up
me
in
go
a
crazy, let me
go
go hard.
crazy. Let me
Top,
go
top,
hard.
you
Top,
fucking
top,
retard.
you
Christy
fucking
so high,
retard.
she be chilling in
Christy
the
so
stars.
high,
I don't
she be
need
chilling
air,
in
I
the
be
stars.
smoking on
I
cigars.
don't need air, I be smoking on
I should
cigars.
never
I
drive
be
a
chilling
car,
at
cause
these
I'm
bars.
drinking
I should
fucking
never
hard,
drive
man,
a
I'm
car,
drinking
'cause I'm
fucking
drinking
hard.
fucking
This is
hard, man,
my
I'm drinking
podcast,
fucking
welcome
hard.
to the
This is
show.
my
Come and have a
podcast,
drink,
welcome
ain't
to the
nobody
show.
gotta know,
Come and have a
yeah,
drink,
yeah.
ain't nobody gotta know,
Alcoholics
yeah,
Anonymous.
yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Welcome.
I'm back. By the way,
Hello.
when you were gonna come over here, I
Uh-huh.
had some extra chips and queso for you from Taco Cabana.
You
So-
whore.
I was gonna give you some.
By the way, I said nothing but good things about you when you were gone.
Yeah, okay, I heard you talking. I'm kidding.
No, you didn't. What did I say?
I'm kidding. I heard the music though through my headphones.
What were we talking about?
Fluoride.
Oh yeah, fucking fluoride is like awful. I don't know why they put it in water. Apparently, it doesn't even do anything like beneficial.
We're gonna check this water bottle, see if it got fluoride in it. Bet it
It
won't
probably
tell me.
does.
Bet
It probably
tell
won't.
me. Nope, it won't tell me shit.
Yeah, that was a huge conspiracy that
Purified
like
by
first the
reverse
government
osmosis.
apparently the government tried to do the crack epidemic to kill like the blacks, and that just made it worse. And then apparently they try to use fluoride in the ghettos to kill them that way over time, but that didn't kill them either. And like I don't know, I've heard so many different conspiracies about that shit.
You know what I'm gonna do? This is
What?
so off topic, but I'm looking at my spice cabinet and I'm seeing all my sauces and spices and everything. I'm gonna make myself a good ass pizza because I just bought pesto and I need to know how to fucking use that.
I love pesto so much.
I've heard everyone fucking loves pesto. I've never tried it, so I need to try it.
You never tried pesto? You know what's
No.
better? Okay, so you know people do red sauce with spaghetti. I do green pesto sauce with spaghetti instead.
The
It's so
basil
much
pesto?
better. Yes,
What
the
about
basil
both? 'Cause
pesto.
I've seen people like.
If I do both, I add a little bit of the red. I don't add a lot because I don't like red sauce too much.
I just went.
You know what
grocery shopping.
I hate is Alfredo sauce. Alfredo sauce tastes
I
like throw up.
agree.
Fuck
No,
that.
I agree.
Fuck that
1,000%.
shit.
I have it because other people eat it, but I have like the best fucking pizza sauce. I just bought pesto. I'm gonna try. I did have a basil plant, but it died while I was away for a week.
Haha, fucking.
It's not an outdoor
suck.
plant.
Basil is it's not.
No, it's an indoor plant.
Oh well, that's your
But
fault.
if you can't
left
take care,
it.
if you can't take care of it inside, there becomes like bugs and worms, and you don't want that.
No wonder why CPS took your kids away.
I don't have kids anymore.
Anymore. Yeah, no.
Allegedly.
You know, I was watching some crazy shit the other day on Jimi Hendrix and how he died. You know that fucking he's super famous. He died.
Yes, now I know.
Yeah, you know who Jimi Hendrix is. So basically, like they had a story that he overdosed on heroin. That was one story. There was another story that he choked on his own vomit because he overdosed on barbiturates, and that he had alcohol with it. But I was looking at his autopsy report the other day just for fun, because I do that shit for fun. And what they found in the autopsy was that he had a tiny amount of white wine in his stomach, and then he had no drugs in his system except for marijuana. But they looked at his lungs, and he had over 2.5 bottles of red wine in his lungs. And people don't. I mean, if you're trying to chug yourself to death with alcohol, some of it is supposed to end up in your stomach. Even if you throw it up, like some of it's going to be there. And if they only found white wine in his stomach and no red wine, then that would suggest that someone murdered him. They tied him down, held his nose down, and forced 2 or 3 bottles of red wine down his tried to down his throat, but he was trying to reject it, and it ended up in his lungs, and he died that way. So he drowned in red wine. And so I thought that was super interesting.
So
and
possible murder.
Yes, and so another fun fact is that he was a part of the Black Panthers, and which is like the opposite of the KKK at the time, and I'm pretty sure they're still around.
I learned.
But you know who else was part of the Black Panthers was Tupac, and Tupac died. I mean, he was shot, or probably for gang-related reasons. But anyway, I thought it was super fascinating that like such a known celebrity died in that way, and no one knew about it. I had to look it up and read about it, that he choked on his own red wine, and there was none found in his stomach. So, I don't know how someone does that. That's very mysterious, in my opinion. Yeah.
If you have to choose how you die, how would you die?
Fuck, that's a good question. Probably a brain aneurysm, because I hear they're like just fucking painless, quick. But I want to be right with God if I ever had one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the biggest saint in the world, but like I'm a big believer in God. So I would like to, be in old age with my wife, be going to church every Sunday, reading my Bible every day, have a relationship with God, and then one day just walk around and pop, brain aneurysm, fucking die in a heartbeat. That's how I want to go. How about you?
Mine's a really weird way. So I wouldn't want it to be an accident. I wouldn't want it to be of old age.
Mm-hmm.
I'd actually want to be murdered.
Why?
Because it might not be like the greatest thing for like my family or anybody else, but like my biggest fear also corresponds with how I want to die, which is kind of weird. But I'm definitely afraid of like the ocean and drowning. Is that's just how I want to be, like that's where I want to be. I don't know why it's so like vague and
so you want to die? You want to die being murdered in the ocean, or what?
I don't think like I'd want to be murdered like being pushed into the ocean and drowning, but like I'd say I want it to be in the ocean where no one can find me, where no one can really understand like where I went or how it happened. Like if it was a mystery. Cuz like would you really want to know like where like someone you loved died or how it happened? Or would you want it to be like kind of mysterious where they are, or like kind of like what happened to them?
Well, yeah, but like you realize that some of your family members are going to obsess about it for the rest of their lives. Like, and do you really want them to sit there and like do research for I saw this thing where this guy didn't know how his dad died. He was murdered, and he said that he hadn't been able to move on for 30 years of his life, and he was in his 40s. He said it ended his marriage because his wife was like, let's go on vacation. He goes, no, any vacation time I get, I'm investigating my dad's murder. And he ended like his fucking life. Like, he doesn't talk to his kids. He doesn't talk to his ex-wife. Like, he is so obsessed with it that he fucked his life up because he couldn't figure out what happened to his dad.
There's some good things that come, and there's some bad things that come with it. But I'd want to like kind of disappear. No one really knows what happened to me. but at the same time, like, I want to leave them with a good mystery of like who I was, like what like I actually could have been doing that was so extravagant, or like what kind of like person was I? Like, it'd be so mysterious, like mysterious, like
Mysterious.
were
yeah.
they like selling drugs? Were they like investigating treasure? What were they doing?
Oh God.
I want people to like really think about like how could this possibly have happened? Like, she was just like a normal girl that lives in town, and she just fucking disappeared. She was, except all they know is like I fucking died in the ocean. Like, what was she doing that she could have died in the ocean? I'm like, I don't fucking know, but that's pretty fucking cool.
Oh my God. No, I highly disagree with you. I think it's
No.
very fucked up.
Have you seen
No.
Outer Banks?
No, I've never seen that movie.
You should watch. It's a TV show on Netflix, but you should watch it because the main character's dad mysteriously went on a ship to the ocean. He was looking for treasure, except he hasn't been seen, so he still thinks he's alive. Later to find out he was actually murdered because he found all this gold and treasure and everything.
I highly like
And
you
he
can
left
have that
clues
opinion.
for where
I
it
think that's
was. Oh, it's so good. Oh, I'm getting a phone
I think that's so
call.
fucked. Oh, do you want to answer it?
I know. Watch, I learned this
Good.
new thing. She's gonna hate me for doing this.
What is it? I'll call you back later, like one of those little
No,
things.
I saw this thing for some reason. If someone calls you and you put your phone on airplane mode, instead of saying declined, it will say call failed.
Really?
And if you answer the phone call and you just like don't want to talk to them, you click airplane mode, it will like break the connection and say call failed.
No shit. You know what I do when I play games on my phone? I put it on airplane mode so the ads don't pop up.
Yeah. No, it's so freaking cool.
That's so
Like, I saw
so
this,
fucking genius.
I saw this random like girl. She did this one time. Like, I was watching a show or something, and she got a phone call in the middle of it, and she's like, "Oh, watch this," and she's like, "Why'd you put an airplane mode?" And she's like, "Because instead of saying you're like they declined the call, it says call failed." And it says like basically you couldn't reach them.
Why are you staying in touch with people that you don't want to talk to that you have to decline them that way?
Oh no, it's not that. It was my friend. I still want to do the podcast right now and not get interrupted.
Oh,
so.
what's your friend's name?
C.
Oh,
She's busy right now.
A C for cunt? Or, oh
for
no, I know
cunt.
who you're talking about now. Yeah, C for cunt. Yeah.
She's busy right now. She's about to go do her job thingy. She's getting a new job, so.
Oh, she's not working at C Supply anymore in
She
Ohio.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
is. She's just looking to get more money, so. Which I'm doing.
Gotcha.
sometimes.
Hey, baby, say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Rebecca.
Okay, now she's out of the picture. Love you, baby.
That's my wife.
That's not your fucking wife. It's my
she
wife.
will be.
Apparently we're getting a divorce soon, Becca. So
Yeah, there you
She
go,
said no.
everybody. No, they're not. They're perfect.
apparently you're
They're
leaving me for
happy.
Christy.
They technically, yeah, you're divorcing him from me.
She said, "Sorry, Christy.
Sorry,
Come on,
me.
come here.
Sorry, Jake.
Come say hi to the podcast. Come here." Oh no, she didn't want to say
My
hi.
husky. I want to see my husky.
My husky.
It's my husky now, bitch.
It's not your fucking husky.
It's my wife. That's my husky.
Whatever.
Ah.
Nah, yeah. I've been so like I guess feeling worthless lately at work and shit. Like I just haven't been like, I don't know. Do you ever get that way?
I
You just
haven't
feel-
been going to work for about 3 weeks.
Lucky you.
No,
You
it's
get-
bad.
You get to
I
just
need-
stay.
I need to save up for my next month's rent.
Ugh, that sucks.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find a new job that I'm supposed to be starting soon, but like I just went grocery shopping, spent $200. Now I don't have enough for rent.
Well, you know what? Your old buddy over here hooked you up with some whiskey, so just have a
Oh,
couple of
drink
those
away
and
my
just forget about it
issues.
for a little.
Yeah.
Drink. You know what? Drinking away your issues works. Okay.
It
I've done it my
really
whole
does.
life.
Oh, it really
It
does.
really does. It always
Wake
works
up in the
out.
morning and you forget about your issues, right?
Yeah, because you have other issues. You get your fucking diarrhea, vomiting yourself. You're like, feel like shit. Yeah, it definitely does. You're not thinking about your fucking bills anymore, though. I'll tell you that. Mm.
Worry about them a different day. Same day, different shit. Or different shit, same
It's-
day.
It's
Or
different shit, same day.
it's
but-
different shit. No, same shit, different day. That's what it is.
Same shit, different day. There you go. That's what you're trying to say. What about what's the worst hangover you ever had? What do you have any hangover stories?
That day, I just showed you the video that my friend B showed me of when I blacked out. Didn't even know she was there. And
Yeah.
I woke up with the hangover that lasted all day. Literally all day.
Oh, my worst hangovers are like they last a good 3 days. Like I mean, on the third day, I'm like, oh, thank God, like I could finally feel okay. Like I've had some hangovers where like I'll be in bed and I'll feel cold and shaky, but it's like 80 degrees in my apartment, and I will literally feel like I'm dying and I'm gonna have a seizure. Like that's all. It's probably borderline alcohol poisoning is what I've had. Like that's like my worst hangover days. And I've been to work like that before, not at this job, but like at other jobs in Ohio. But yeah, like no, I've had some fucking shitty hangovers.
Yeah.
Well, at this job, I had one time where my boss, it was right when COVID hit, and my boss goes, hey, we're not going to have work for 2 days, so Thursday, Friday. I said, okay, cool. So I put my phone on airplane mode. I just ghost everybody. I start drinking as hard as I can. I'm like, this is the first 2 days I've had off in like 4 months. Like I was so excited. And like I start drinking so hard for the next 2 days. And then it's 12 o'clock at night, midnight, and I am so hammered from a day ago, and I turn my fucking phone back on, and I look at my text messages, and it goes, it's my boss. She goes, hey, we have work tomorrow on the Friday, and I was like, fuck me. I was so fucked. I went to work, and I was just like walking sideways, and I drove to work that morning. Oh my God, it was so fucking bad. And all my coworkers realized it too. Luckily, no one else did. But there's one person like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "No." I drank all from morning to night until 12 o'clock. And then the night before, killed a bottle of whiskey. I mean, I was going hard with my friends. And this is before I knew you. Or maybe I knew you. I don't know. Anyway, I was going hard as fuck, and had to go to work. And like, I didn't feel normal till the next Sunday. It was fucked up.
You know what's
But no, like hangover.
Sorry, keep going,
Hangovers
keep
are fucked. No, hangovers are just fucked. That's all I was gonna say.
I agree. You know what's probably like one of my most fun, like, kind of party times?
What?
We had a lot of fucked up moments during this time too, but it was still fun for me, and it was also a good memory at the same time, a few bad memories. But it was when we celebrated your wife's birthday.
Very fucked up moments during that.
Yeah. Oh, Chelsea's calling me again.
Just tell her we're doing a podcast. You can
Hey.
answer. Hey, bitch, we're doing a podcast.
I'm doing a podcast at this very moment. I'm doing a podcast at this very moment. Okay. What do you need? Oh, congratulations! She got the job.
Oh, that's awesome.
Jake says that's awesome. Pick a place. My place, your place. I don't care. And Richard doesn't care. Okay, cool. You're invited, by the way, Jake.
I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna go to bed early again tonight.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'll let him know. Okay. Congratulations, honey.
Don't call her
Alright,
honey.
see you
That's fucking
later.
weird.
Bye, baby.
Don't call her that either. You fucking bitch.
Bye, sweetie.
Stop. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah,
So
what
what's
the
up?
fuck? So she got the job, and tonight we're drinking at my place. I just got some Tito's, and she got some margaritas.
Oh, good. You're not gonna
and-
fucking drive. Thank the fucking Lord.
No, I'm staying here, and they get to drive. So
Thank God.
as long as it's
Yeah.
not me,
Good.
right?
Tell them good luck driving home though. Like God. Like I
don't
hate
mind
so
if
much
they
that our friend.
stay, but
You realize I don't drive ever. If I have one beer, I'm not hopping behind a wheel. Like my
I
job
used
is
to be
so
like
important
that.
to me.
I was literally the same way. I think
Yeah, you should stay
If
that
I
way
knew-
because
if
it'll
I
help
knew
you in
if I
life.
was drinking, I wouldn't drive at all, and that's how I was. But that was when I used to stay at Chelsea's place, or C, you know.
I
but
mean, Jesus, dude.
but
Like,
now
you get
I
your
like
fucking shit together.
there was only one time where I was driving and felt like I couldn't do it. But if I
You ever
know
wonder why I never go
can-
to our? What's up?
if I know I can, like my family is a really good, like for some reason we all have the same tolerance level where if we drink anything, like we know when to stop and we know when like a bad limit is to drive, and that's where I am. But there's only been one time where I was like praying to God. Like this was the worst fucking moment. I don't know why I drank so much, but there's one time I was literally praying to God, like, dude, I can't drive, please. I am driving right now. And I was about to call someone, but no one was answering the phone. I was like, I need to pull over. Someone's got to take me. But I'm like, I'm only 5 minutes away from my house. I was like, I have to make it there. And I was literally like going so fast and swerving. I was like, shit, I need to sober up. I was literally slapping myself, like screaming, trying to stay awake. I was like, holy shit, please, God, please, 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 please take me home. Jesus, take the
How
wheel.
ironic! How ironic is that? You're like, God, I know that I've broken like 8 commandments today,
I'm
but
literally-
please
Jesus,
fucking
I
help
still
me
believe in you.
while I'm
You
driving.
are my Lord and Savior. I know that I can do this. And I know you
You're
will
my
guide
Lord and
me
Savior,
home.
and I
You
know
will
that I've
keep me
broken
safe if
all
you
of your
want me to live.
commandments in one day. Jesus,
I'm so sorry.
Christy,
I
Jesus
literally say, I'll
Christ.
never do this again. The next day I do it. I'm like, no.
The next morning, like that's me. Like God, I'll never do this again if you just help this hangover. The next morning, it's like 8 a.m. It's a weekend. I'm like,
he knows
I can crack
that
open
I'm
a
not
cold
gonna
one.
fucking do
Like,
it. He knows that I'm not gonna. I'm literally not gonna follow what I just said that night.
but you
That's
mean
why I
it when you
probably
say
don't get
it.
help.
I guess that's all that
I
matters.
do mean it when I say it, but I
You know what?
cannot
There's
follow
there's
through.
grace. There's grace for all of us sinners for sure.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. He's a good man.
Hey,
He's a
this
good
this
man.
is this is a story that I wanted you to tell one more time because it was on our first episode and that's never going to air. So I wanted you to tell the story of you sneaking out of your parents' house when they caught you and you smelled like fucking vodka.
Okay, there was one night. I've done this multiple times though, but then one night I decided to sneak out. It was probably like 12 p.m. My parents go to bed really early. You can hear them snoring, but every single piece in the house, like the floor, always creaks and cracks. The doors are so loud, so I can never go through the front door.
Mhm.
But this was before I had like this huge like net in the backyard where I could like actually walk across my backyard without anyone hearing me open the back gate, which is also very creaky. And then there's this trail behind my house that you can walk down. It takes you to the skate park. It takes you to its apartment complexes and like neighborhoods. And I was walking down this trail, I was meeting up with the boyfriend at the time, and he had Tito's. He poured into like this 32-ounce cup from like Sonic. And we're drinking out of a straw. And I got really fucking drunk that night. I came back around like 4 o'clock in the morning and I was so dead. I noticed my back door was locked. So I slept on the rocking chair in the backyard only for about an hour just to wake up and realize the light was on in the living room. And I looked through the glass and my mom was sitting right there reading her Bible. So I'm like, shit, I got school in the morning. How am I supposed to, get back in without her seeing me? So I go through like the back door to like the garage. I'm walking through the garage. I walk through the kitchen. I kind of sprint, I walk really fast past this like way where she can definitely see into the kitchen. And
Yeah.
she said, "Hey, you, come here." And I was like,
The finger when
Yeah.
your mom goes, "Hey, come
Yeah.
here," and my mom always did that. She would like squint. She'd be like, "Come here, right now,"
Yeah.
and she would like do the little finger thing. Yeah,
she's
that's what
like,
my mom does.
she said, "Let's have a come to Jesus talk." I'm like,
Oh.
okay. And I'm drunk as fuck, by the way. I probably spilled some vodka on me, and I was pretty like fucking gone. This is before I started drinking a lot too. This is like my start of it. So like I can't really handle my alcohol. I didn't know how to hide anything.
Yeah.
But I was even holding my shoes. Like I was definitely trying to be quiet around her. I sit on the couch next to her, and we're talking for about an hour. And she like has this like come to Jesus talk with me. She's like, "Hey, have you been sneaking out?"
Mhm.
And I'm like, "No, I actually was outside. I was sleeping on the trampoline or the porch or whatever I said, saying like I just couldn't sleep. I was going through a lot. School's been stressing me out. I was just talking and praying last night to God, and I
Mhm.
just happened to sleep on the trampoline." And she said, "Oh, okay, you sure? You're not lying to me?" I said, "No, ma'am, I'm not." And I'm like tired. And she like talks to me for about an hour before I have school. It's probably like 6 a.m. at this point. And I'm like, for some reason, I started crying because like she like had like such a big word on me, and I was like, okay, yeah, no, I promise I won't lie to you. Like this has just been a hard time for me. And I was like definitely drunk. My breath smelled for sure, and I walked back upstairs to take a shower, and I'm getting ready for school without any sleep, like drunk.
So you told her that you were having a conversation with Jesus, right?
Yeah, I was like talking to God all night, and like
How
just fell asleep.
how fucked up are you as a person to be like, oh no, like
I've
you?
used
By the way,
these
you
so-
probably reek of vodka. You probably reek of hand sanitizer. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, I
And your mom
probably
goes,
do.
"What have you been up to all night?"
She's just
I just,
She's so
you're probably like,
trusting.
I was having a conversation with Jesus. You probably fucking your boyfriend,
No, I
probably
played-
fucking slamming vodka. Yo, fuck off. Like that, you're going to hell, buddy.
I mean, that's just what you do in a Christian household. Like she can't really say no, and
No,
she's so trusting.
don't get me wrong. I've had those conversations with my mom where I'll say some stupid shit like that. I'd probably even use that excuse, like, oh, I was outside praying, like I'm reading my Bible and shit. Where's your Bible? I'm like, I was on my fucking phone. You don't have internet on your phone. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, don't quit questioning me.
don't know.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't know me. I was memorizing it. I had it memorized. Like, yeah, no, I've had shit like that. But yeah, nah, man.
Anyways, I went to school
It's,
a little bit more tipsy that morning, like at 8 a.m. And
Yeah.
I had to tell all my friends. I had to tell my boyfriend like I didn't get sleep last night because of you. You got to at least get like 5 hours of sleep when you got home, which was nice.
Yeah.
But I continued.
Well, were
to
you
keep doing it.
walking or what? What's up?
Yeah, so right behind my house is the trail. We would just walk like to this like little field, and like we walk to the skate park sometimes, which is like maybe a mile away. It's kind of by like that one elementary school.
Can I ask you a question? I don't want to
Yeah.
be insensitive or anything like that. Was your ex? He's your ex officially now, right?
Yes.
Was he a dick?
To me, no. No, but
Yeah.
he was a pretty like I don't know, not like your typical like dude. Honestly, he had money.
Yeah.
He's like an only child, you know. He just has his own opinions, and I was like, okay, I can deal with that. And I was
Okay.
definitely a
I mean,
different
like,
person
I
when I
don't-
dated him.
I never met him, but like I just every story I've heard of him, I'm like what a dick. But like I mean I'm sure that you're such a by the way you're such a sweet person. Like I couldn't
I
imagine
brought out his good
you
side.
sticking
I'm
with
gonna-
someone that was a
I'm gonna brag
fucking.
about that.
You
But
brought
I
out his
was
good side.
definitely a different person when I was dating him. Like even I was like taking on his character, like his personality and his everything. I took like everything.
Bef-
Yeah.
Before
I was
we sorry, I have hiccups. Before we end this podcast, I mean we don't have to end it now. I mean I'm sure there's so many stories that we could tell. Did I ever tell you a story that my God maybe shouldn't tell the story?
Save it. Save it.
Yeah. Save it. Are you ready to end it right now, or what's
I'm
up?
not ready to end it, but I think you should save it for like a good time where like we're talking like with someone else that we know.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. I think that's a great idea. Well, then I can come. Oh, there's two stories like this. So, okay, I can say this one because this is one that my family knows about. Not that they'll ever see this, but did I ever tell you I was having sex with my ex-girlfriend, and we were in my bedroom.
No, you definitely already told me this one before. I think I.
No, there's two. There's two of them.
Okay.
There's one that's like my parents don't even know about, and no one else knows about, and then there's one that like
Okay.
I tell people this because my parents know about it, but so I was having sex with my girlfriend. My parents were gone during the day, and like I woke up at like 6 a.m. just to drive all the way out to San Antonio, drove back to Spring Branch in Ohio, and then came back. Her and I started messing around. We started having sex. We're like an hour in. I mean, like we're like an hour, good hour, 30 minutes in. We're having a good time, and all of a sudden, like it's early in the morning, and my little sister walks in, and she's like asking like, "Hey, can you go drive to the store, buy me breakfast?" And she walks in, and she goes, "Ah, ah, 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 ah," and my door didn't have a fucking lock on it. I'm like, "Ah, ah, ah," like I start freaking out because like. I don't mean to be graphic. Like we were doing doggy, and then like my bitch was facing the fucking door, and we were just like this. My girl looks up, and I'm like, ah, like our faces, and I'm like, get the fuck out! And like I thought I put something in front of the doors so that if she tried to open it, we could like get out of the way real quick. But she was so young. She was probably like 13 or 12 years old, and like I feel like I fucked her up a little bit. It was the worst thing
I feel
that
like you've told me this, but holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, it was so awful, and I felt so bad, and then I had to like go into her bedroom
I've
and be
never
like,
been
hey,
caught.
like
Oh my god.
I was like, hey, like what I was doing was bad. Like don't tell mom. That's all I had to say. And then she eventually fucking told my mom, and I was like, fuck. Like I just wanted to shoot myself in the head. Thinking about it right now, I just want to put a gun in my mouth and
It's
pull
so
the trigger. 'Cause I'm
embarrassing,
just like,
right? Oh my god, it's so
oh.
embarrassing.
But like that's what you do at that age. It was so bad. And then yeah, I'm gonna say that other story for another
Lord.
podcast because
Oh,
it is
Lord.
it's legendary. I never got caught, but it was the most embarrassing story, even more embarrassing than that one. It was so bad. You never got caught having sex before?
Never.
Fuck! It is the worst.
I
It is
probably
the
like
spe-
almost got caught, but like, never.
I walked
wild.
into my older brother having sex when I was her age. My sister at the time, I was her age, and I walked into my older brother like he was fucking some bitch, and I was like so shocked because like she like lived with us at the time. I didn't know they were dating, and it really fucked me up. Like just seeing my brother naked, and then like. I even saw like the condom used in the fucking trash can the next day when I was playing like Club Penguin or some shit like that in my fucking parents' house. Like it was so gross. There's nothing grosser than a used condom. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing gross. Like they're so fucking gross. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I ranted a little bit, but Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I
Ugh.
think I've walked in on those situations. I don't think I've ever been like caught though.
Can I hear the worst situation you ever walked on into a room?
There's. They're never gonna hear this, but boys be boys, right?
Yeah.
So, one of my brothers, I don't know why, but I was walking into the living room upstairs to tell him that dinner was
Yeah.
ready. And
Yeah.
he's laying on the ground, like on his stomach, watching some, like, what's it called? Like hentai?
Hentai. It's like anime
Yeah,
porn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Christy, no.
And
Christy,
I turn
Christy,
around
Christy,
for a quick
no.
second. I'm like, okay, dinner's ready, bye. And he's like,
Oh. Oh, Chris, that's so bad.
oh no, that's
my
not even
God.
the worst one. I knocked on the door one time at my mom's house, and this cannot be shared though. I mean, I didn't see anything. I swear I didn't. I swear on my
Okay.
life I didn't. But I walked in. I knocked like 3 times, yelling his name, saying, "Hey, like, are you gonna come downstairs? Can I come in? Can I talk?" And he never answered.
Is this A?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I know you're talking about because I processed his paperwork in Ohio. Okay,
Yeah.
continue.
And like he was definitely like high or something because he couldn't hear me and his like TV was like really quiet and I was like knocking on his door multiple times trying to come in
Oh,
in.
Christy.
and he's like changing. He's like, get the fuck out!
Change-
What are you doing?
Changing.
No, he was changing. I said
Okay.
I didn't see shit because I don't like actually just look down and look. I just like looked straight ahead, looked at his room, saw his face, and like, oh yeah, that's happening. So I just fucking left. Oh my god, I'm so glad I didn't see anything because that's like the most terrifying thing in the world.
It is Oh my God, it is terrifying.
Oh, oh, I have another.
Did
one.
I ever tell you Okay, tell me your other one. Yeah, let's hear this.
I was super young, and this is when my dad had like this kind of fiance, like one of his wives, and we all lived in the same house for like maybe a few years. One night I had a nightmare, and I was walking into his room to like tell him like, "Hey, I can't sleep," but they were both already sleeping, and I just went over there and tapped on his shoulder, and he instantly like woke up. He was like screamed. He's like, "Whoa, what the heck?" And he pulled his blanket over him, like everything was covered, but I knew that they did that thing last night. My room is right across from there.
They did that thing last night.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, thinking about that. Oh, well, it's okay.
Did I ever tell you about the funny stories of my older brother? I've had two very funny stories that my older brother has woken me up. So this is when he lived with me. One was, Jake, wake up. And he would push me real hard. He's like, wake up. I need your help. I was like, what? I was like, what do you need help with? I was in middle school. I was like, what the fuck do you need help with? He's like, I lost a bag of meth in the house, and I need you to find it with me. And he's all bug-eyed, and he's all like, I need your help finding it. And like, he's like in my face. Like, I mean, he's like, help me find it. I'm like, God, motherfucker. I'm like, fine. Like, try to help him find it. We never found the meth. It's probably still in my parents' house to this day. Who fucking knows what happened to that meth?
You said that too one time. Oh my gosh, I remember.
Yeah, and then another story is we were checking behind paintings. Like, he probably tweaked out and left it on the side of the road. Yeah. Well, then there was this other time that he goes, Jake, wake up. He gets in my face again. I'm like, what? What the fuck do you want? I'm like, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I have school tomorrow. He goes, I shot a deer in the backyard, and I can't find it. He said, I shot it with a crossbow. He's like, that's a felony. He's like, I can go to prison for like 10 years for that shit. He's like, help me drive around the neighborhood and find it. And I was like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'm not going to help you find a fucking deer you shot. He goes, it's suffering. He's like, you can't let a deer suffer. I'm like, you shouldn't shoot a deer with a fucking crossbow, you dick. And then he's like, please help me. And like, he's like fucking coked out of his brains, fucking drunk. You could smell the liquor coming up the stairs. Like, it was so gross.
Probably imagine
no, but
that deer.
No, he fucking did. Because there was another time he woke me up, and he was like, I shot a deer in the backyard. And he's like, the gunshot was so loud. He's like, I bet the cops are on their way. Because my parents live in a neighborhood where, like, you can't just do that shit. And he goes, the cops are probably on their way. I need your help gutting it because the cops are going to fucking arrest me if I don't gut it in time and put the meat in the freezer. I'm like, fuck off, motherfucker. Like, don't involve me. Yay. I'm like, hey, you fucker. Like, don't fucking involve me in that shit, you bitch. No, like, my brother has some crazy fucking stories. My favorite story he ever told me, not to rant on, but my favorite story he ever told me was like, this one time I was high on meth. I was driving near a Walmart, and he's like, this one guy wouldn't give me his money for more meth. And he's like, by the way, he didn't owe me any money. My brother just wanted his money. And the guy was like, fuck you. And my brother said he pulled out one of those box cutters, stabbed it in his leg, and cut up. And then he started screaming, and there was a cop in the parking lot, and he put his hand over the guy's mouth and was like, shut the fuck up or I'll slit your throat. And I was like, fuck me. And then my brother goes, then I hid in a dumpster for like 8 hours. Because that guy apparently got a bunch of guys who were trying to kill him. And he's like, so I hid in a dumpster for 8 hours, and then eventually the police picked me up and I went to jail. I'm like, my brother's got some crazy fucking stories. It's crazy.
My brother's got some crazy fucking stories too, but that's very illegal to tell if I told him. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're in Ohio. We can tell those stories.
No, I really can't. I can't even share with someone.
Share with me off air. How about that?
I know. I will, yes. But, I know so much that could get me arrested.
Really?
Yes. I know way too much that he could kill me if he wanted to.
I mean, your brother kind of went deep for a little bit. I mean, not that I know anything about that because we're in Ohio, and I didn't process his paperwork in Ohio. I'm not gonna say it again.
78516.
No, it's 78642.
786.
In Dayton, Ohio. In Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah, sure.
That's where we're from, everybody. Yeah, it's the best.
Come find us.
By the way, I had the best time of my life at your 21st birthday a couple months ago. It was the fucking best.
Oh, thank you.
It was
Yeah,
it
I'm
was
so
so
excited.
dope. I mean, then
I have the
on
best
your
parties.
22nd. What's that?
I have the best parties.
Before we leave, before we like end this thing, what is one of the best parties that we had at C's apartment? You think? What is one of the best stories?
Oh, there's so many, but I can't even remember so much of them. A really good
Yeah.
one we had was definitely my birthday. I think that was like a really fucking fun one. I didn't care
At your
who was
21st?
there. Yeah, there were so many people I didn't even fucking know. I was just like, okay that they're there. I'm like, yeah, this is so much fun. But then another one we had.
I stayed for a little bit. It got so lit that I was
it
like,
was so
cops are getting
loud,
called. I'm
we
out
were,
of
like,
here.
scared. No, but they didn't, and that was like the best part. I was like, holy shit, this is great.
Hey, but by the way, C's got 33 noise complaints, so I was like,
Yeah.
kind of like, la 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 la,
15
I'm
in one
done. 15 in one night?
Had to be 15 in one night. I swear that's what she told me.
Oh my god.
That's why the cops came that night.
Well, to go back to our friend's 21st birthday and that one guy got arrested at the lake in
Yeah.
Ohio. What's it called? Apparently, he was so drunk there was 2 families that got called on him.
He wasn't like so drunk. He was just a little bit out of it, and he got really pissed off for some reason. Like the stupidest.
Well, he was
thing in the
acting
world.
aggressive.
He was aggressive, yeah, and then like he just wouldn't cooperate or anything, and that's why they arrested him. And for some reason, they charged him with a DUI, and he wasn't driving at all.
But
He brought his car,
I-
but he can't have it.
do you want to hear my theory on that? I don't want to make you feel like shit.
No, do it.
You told him that he got there like that with the alcohol.
No, we actually did tell the cops that he didn't start drinking till he got here. He is underage. We were telling the truth.
How did he get it? How did he get a DUI?
They charged him with it. I don't know why, but he brought his car, and they I think they assumed that like he's just been.
He
drunk
drank
and
before.
He did drive before or something with alcohol or something. He brought it with him.
That has to be the only way. But I don't even think that's legal because they can't prove that he drove.
Exactly, but like he was also too drunk to even tell at the time. He stayed in there for like a few days. But what's really fucked up is I was just walking by. Like I had all his stuff with us, and I wasn't like I was kind of intoxicated while we're talking to him right away. But
Yeah.
they didn't really know that. They asked us for all their IDs and everything. I said I don't have mine right now. It's actually down by the lake, but they didn't want me to leave. And I don't know why, but they told me to come there, like to come talk to them because I said hi. Because I said hi to them, hi to my boyfriend. They told me to come in there and talk, and they thought that I was a witness. So I was like just telling them everything I heard or saw. I told them I don't really know him that well. They still made me stay, and they told me I was a key witness. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. If I have to go to court, I mean, sure. But
Next time that happens, tell them that if you have any questions, just contact my lawyer. That's all you got to tell them. They can't.
I wasn't really even part of it. I should just say like you should contact his family because like they're all right next to me right there. He lives with my boyfriend. He lives with them.
No, I know he lives with Jay. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay, by the way. Yeah.
We love him. He's having the time of his life right now, taking a nap.
Oh, is he here? Is he here with you?
No, he went to the beach with his friends and he got drunk and he's taking a nap right now.
He didn't fucking invite me.
Well, he didn't invite me. He's just going with his friends.
Well, listen, me and Jay have a different relationship than y'all two. I mean, we don't bang. Me and Jay don't bang at all. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we're buddies.
But it's
We're
like
buddies,
all his it's like his family, but also their friends and everything.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
But I
yeah,
also
no.
just went to the beach, so like I didn't really need an invite. I was like, I don't really want to.
I want to go to the beach, Jacob Kilgore style. You know.
But I think we should definitely get like a nicer area. I
Oh,
know.
oh, you know
many
we're
nice
do you
places.
know what we're doing, right? You know what we're doing, right?
No.
Me, Rebecca, you, C, R, and S. If you know who S is.
Yes.
She planned the beach trip last time. Okay,
Yeah.
so and also B, BR,
Yeah.
Yeah. So for October we're doing I found a B&B here in Ohio and it's a pool, it's got a pool table, it's got a projector, $400 for 3 days, and we're gonna do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then leave Sunday. And it's a celebration of when we all first met. It's our year anniversary.
I did not know this. That's so sweet.
Yeah. Me, R, and C have been talking about it, and so
Was
we're
that, like,
only
when we all had
inviting.
that game night, remember? Remember we're all like when I first met you, we had like that game night. Is that like what we were doing? Yeah.
So we're all doing that as a celebration of our anniversary as a friendship, you know,
Aw,
in
that's so
Ohio.
cool. Fun.
So yeah, there's a beam. I already picked it out for 2 nights, and then and I think until 3 o'clock on Sunday, we're all gonna just party our ass off. It's got a pool. It's got like I said, a pool table, a couple. So
Projector.
me and my wife, we're gonna have 1 bedroom, and then there's another bedroom with a couple beds in it for 2 people. And then there's a couch, and so I mean that's and then I can bring my blow up mattress, but we're excluding almost 90% of our friends because this is the original group, and so
This
it's
is
very special.
This is our we just all met, we're all kind of new to moving out, or
And,
we just
and,
became friends.
Yeah, so I'm excited, really excited about it, and we're just gonna have a great time. And by the way, it's literally 10 minutes away from Dayton, Ohio, and it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be so perfect, and we're not gonna get too loud because there's only gonna be 6 people there. It's gonna be awesome.
We'll still be kind of loud, but if it's an Airbnb, we shouldn't have to worry about it. It's not our place
No,
to get.
if it's a good Airbnb, we shouldn't have to worry about it. But we all know from the last one we went to in Rockport, Ohio, that they charged us for every little thing they could.
Yeah, that's because they scammed us. They scammed us completely.
Yeah, remember they
that's why-
found
that's why I
they found
find
someone.
great
They
places.
found someone's well, there was the main fucking person was smoking cigarettes in the fucking B&B, and they charged all of it. I mean, they didn't charge
Cigarettes.
all of us for that. And he was smoking cigarettes and green. He was doing both. All and in the bedrooms, he was smoking cigarettes. Not even in the big fucking living room.
Yeah, no, I told even a smarter dude that lived there, he would we were all at the pool one time. We saw him go to his car and do it, which was so much nicer. I was like, yeah, he knows what he's fucking doing, but we're all chilling. I was like,
Oh my god. Well, my highlight of that trip was when Lance and I can say his name because him and I are going to be doing separate podcasts, but it's
Yeah.
all under Alcoholics Anonymous Incorporated. It's all under the same podcast, but I just I think you and I can have different conversations that me and Lance can't have. You know what I mean? So
you and Lance have
I
good
just think
ones,
it's
and then we have I don't know what ours really are about, but they're just
no ours
to talk
ours are
about.
I think ours are fantastic.
it's a different vibe, I would say.
Conversations.
We have 2 different vibes.
Different, yeah, and then there's times that we can mix it up, but yeah, anyway, but yeah, my highlight of that trip in Rockport, Ohio was when me and Lance went to the bar, and we him and I were crushing Jack and Cokes. I don't mix whiskey with Coca-Cola, but him and I were crushing Jack and Cokes, and then it was to the point where and to get this, it was a smoking bar. It was we could smoke cigarettes in the bar. And I started bumming cigarettes from people. The best fucking time. That was my favorite time. And then I think you picked us up, didn't you?
I did pick y'all up. Y'all took forever to get out of there because that lady was taking so long to girls check.
We lied. I kept ordering more drinks.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna keep believing.
We
that
kept.
it took so long to check.
Keep texting Chelsea. I mean, not Chelsea. I said, keep
I sat in
texting
that
Christy
parking lot
and.
for 45 minutes.
I was like, okay, we can leave now. And then I was like, keep texting Christy. I was like, I want a few more drinks. He's like, no problem. And apparently we kept texting you hey, the bitch is taking too long with our checks. And then I was just like, hey, buddy, let's get one more. And we just kept fucking ordering drinks and drinks and drinks. And then it was finally, after 40 minutes, I was like, one more. I ordered one more round for both of us. I was like, okay, now we're leaving. And then I didn't want to tell you that we weren't done drinking because we texted you so early because we thought you were going to take a long time. And then we were like, all right. We came in, and I just remember sitting down in your fucking car, whoa. I was just fucked. I was like, I got to take a nap. I was like, no, we're not fucking hammered.
Everyone else went to the beach, right? I was told
Keep
that we
talking.
were
I can
leaving-
hear you. I'm going to get another beer.
I was told we were leaving around 2 o'clock ish because we didn't want to be home any later than 5 o'clock. We ended up getting home around 7 and 8 o'clock. And we left, like, pretty late, and I was kind of really pissed because, like, I didn't want to stay there long enough. I was like, okay, I'm beached out. I'm, like, not even that I went to the beach, but, like, I was just tired of being there. I was like, it's time to go home. Like, we were supposed to leave at around 2.
Yeah.
None of us decided to leave. I was like, okay, I'm packed and ready, so I might just drive home alone without anyone else.
Yeah.
And then I ended up having to take Chelsea and Hunter, and I was like, well, does anyone else want to go with me so we can have a little more fun?
I try to go with
Still
you.
be
I try to
awkward
go
and
with you
relaxed.
so hard.
No, I know. I really wanted you to, and I really wanted Lance to. And Lance ended up going, but I, you know. Wife.
Yeah. My wife goes, honey, you're not going with them. I'm like, please. I was like, please, because there was some stuff I wanted to do on the way home. I wanted to watch a movie with Lance and some other stuff, but
They were literally watching videos in the back of my car. Like, they took all of my Delta 8, all of it.
What is
they
Delta
drained
8?
it. Legal.
I've
That's
never
what
heard of
it is.
this.
It's legal.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, so like I wanted to go with y'all so bad. My wife was like, come with me. I could not be happy that I went with my wife because it went well. But I didn't get home until 9 o'clock, and then I had work the next day, and I was just like, my coworker was like, how am I doing? I'm like, fucking dehydrated. I haven't had a bottle of water in 2 days. It was
I'm gonna
so
turn on my light
awful.
real quick.
Go for it.
Now you can see me. Woo!
Now I can see you.
That's better.
By the way, who the fuck wears yellow?
This is neon green, actually. But me, I like yellow. Yellow
It's fucking yellow.
Yellow
you
looks good
fuck.
on me. It's neon green.
Hey, hey,
Hi.
hey.
Neon green.
No, but that trip was I was lit the whole time. Like, I mean,
I
max,
actually was
max
too.
lit.
There was not a single time I was sober unless I woke up in the morning.
Me neither.
hungover.
I mean, I woke up. No, you know what's funny is like every night at that trip, I was up until 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, and like people were waking up, and they'd be like, "Oh, did you just wake up?" And I'm like, "No," like no. I'm like, "You want a beer with me?" And they're like, "I'm not gonna. It's early to drink." And I'm like, "Well, you're not drinking early." I was like, "I've been drinking all night, so it's not that bad. I didn't wake up drinking." And then they're like, "Oh, whatever." Then I would go pass out in a bed and wake up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and fucking do it all over again.
I like
It was
having
so.
no schedule where you can literally just do whatever you want. I love it.
Oh, I was so mad when everyone left me to go to sleep, and then I like the
It was
first
an
night,
accident.
everyone passed out, and then I stayed up literally in the living room, hammered. I couldn't walk, and I was just sitting there hammered, listening to music and shit. And then I heard our mutual friends having sex, and I was like, I was too drunk to get up to be like, I can't hear this, and I was just like, fuck, like,
Oh
and
my
then.
gosh.
I can't say that on this air. I can't say what I was about to say. But it was something I could tell you afterwards. But it was fucked up what these people proposed. Anyway, yeah. But are you excited about this idea about going to a B&B in Ohio and doing?
I
this
am
shit?
very excited. When is it again?
So we're thinking about sometime in October. We're thinking maybe the end of October because I plan on spending most of my October sober
Before
because
Halloween?
of what date is Halloween?
It's the very end of October, the 31st.
The 31st. Probably the weekend before Halloween then.
Okay.
But I plan on spending 90% of my October sober because I follow Joe Rogan's podcast and they do sober October every year, and I wanted to do at least mostly a sober October. So
I'm definitely
you should do
trying
it
to
with
have
me.
a Halloween party though, because we're planning a Halloween party, like a legit one at someone's house where we're allowed to be loud, where like we can't get in trouble, but we're also gonna have fun. We're gonna drink. We're gonna like go all out.
Here's what you should do, Christy. Go ahead and start looking up B&Bs in Ohio, and everyone that you want to your party, make them pitch in $10-$20 and just throw a party. Like
Yeah.
it's not that hard.
No, we're doing that. We're just trying to find a place where we can, at this very moment. But
Have you looked up places in Ohio?
I don't want to rent a place. I want someone to like let us borrow them. They can party with us. Like someone that actually has a house where like their parents might not be home or something. Yeah.
I can't help you there. I don't know anybody.
I know someone, but it's gonna be really hard convincing them.
Should we pay him off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, well, let me know about that. I would like to help out with that in any way I can, but that sounds really fun.
Sorry, I'm texting about liquor.
Who are you texting about liquor?
C.
Oh, does C need liquor?
No, we're paying someone because someone's bringing us liquor, and I don't want to leave the house.
Oh, because you can't drive, but like luckily you're 21, so I mean if you wanted to go,
I just can't drive, but I'm trying to get someone to bring me some
Yeah.
Tito's.
Oh, well if you asked me earlier, I would have got you.
Well, I already had someone I asked before you, and plus they're gonna come over
Okay,
and
well
drink.
I
with
want.
us.
You know what? I didn't want to do it anyway.
You know what?
So
Yeah, I didn't
we're
really
good.
want to ask you anyways. You know, kind
Thank
of
God.
flaky.
I'm flaky. I'm flaky. Oh, fuck off. I here's my policy. Just
Joking.
drive me there, and I can fucking get whatever you want. But you know what? You're too fucked up to drive anyway. So fuck off. Fuck ta, fucking retard.
Ta there, retard.
By the way, anyone who is listening to this in our intro and our outro, and during the podcast, we use this term ta retard. It's from this meth head that I follow from Your Mom's House podcast, and one thing that he said to an officer as he walked away, he said, ta, fucking retard. It has nothing to do with mentally challenged people. I have a huge heart for them. I used to work with mentally challenged people, but that's...
Is...
Oh, well, that hits home a little bit. That's too realistic.
Literally.
So...
But it's funny.
Really? Oh, you think people that are mentally challenged are funny?
It is when it's your brother and sister.
Did I ever tell you the stories about this mentally challenged guy I knew in middle school, and he was in a motorized wheelchair? Did I tell you about this guy?
Don't think so.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say his name, but like he was
Blank Beats Production.
Bitch.
Yeah. This is my podcast, this is my show. If you don't fuck with Christy, man, it's time you gotta go. If you wanna drink, let me pour a little mo. I just wanna fucking glow, I don't wanna take it slow. I was drinking at 11 fucking years old. I was playing G.I. Joe, I don't wanna fuck a hoes. I just wanna fucking flow, man. Mom saying she don't need a fucking alcoholic in the house, so Chelsea moved out, her apartment got loud, it was fucking going down, everybody fucking drowned, everybody drinking Crown, everybody throw it down, everybody love the sound, man. Ta, you fucking retard, I don't give a fuck if I'm going too hard, pay for my dick with a fucking debit card, Christy bad as fuck, sucking dick up in a car, said she got standards, it's fucking so bizarre, she don't like I'm soft, man, she fucking like I'm hard, Jesse play his part, but he's way be apart, man, yeah. Whoa.
This is alcoholic.
Whoa.
What the fuck, Jake, man, you got me fucking baked. You fucking alcoholic, man, I bet you got the shakes like a fucking earthquake, like a motherfucking shakes,
Blank Beats Production.
Yeah. This is my podcast, this is my show. If you don't fuck with Christy, man, it's time you gotta go. If you wanna drink, let me pour a little mo. I just wanna fucking glow, I don't wanna take it slow. I was drinking at 11 fucking years old. I was playing G.I. Joe, I don't wanna fuck a hoes. I just wanna fucking flow, man. Mom saying she don't need a fucking alcoholic in the house, so Chelsea moved out, her apartment got loud, it was fucking going down, everybody fucking drowned, everybody drinking Crown, everybody throw it down, everybody love the sound, man. Ta, you fucking retard, I don't give a fuck if I'm going too hard, pay for my dick with a fucking debit card, Christy bad as fuck, sucking dick up in a car, said she got standards, it's fucking so bizarre, she don't like I'm soft, man, she fucking like I'm hard, Jesse play his part, but he's way be apart, man, yeah. Whoa.
This is alcoholic.
Whoa.
What the fuck, Jake, man, you got me fucking baked. You fucking alcoholic, man, I bet you got the shakes like a fucking earthquake, like a motherfucking shakes, yeah. Ta, you fucking retard. Ta, you fucking retard, yeah. Like it, share it, fuck it, drink it. This is Alcoholics Anonymous.